What's going on, people? And welcome to another episode of Getting to Know the TS27. Before we get into the video, I just want to show you guys this epic fucking clip.
Oh man, I picked a terrible spawn point.
Holy shit! That was fucking amazing! There was a jet just staring me fucking down, and I decided to play a game of chicken with it, and then BAM, bitch! Catch my motherfucking RPG! Sorry, David, I had to blow you up just like fireworks on the 4th of July. Anyways, let's get into the gameplay for the day. It is some Conquest domination on the map Donya Fortress. Now, this is part of the Close Quarters DLC since I am a premium Battlefield 3 guy. Basically, it's just domination, just like you would expect from Call of Duty. In the first part of this gameplay, I actually don't do really well at all. It's not until I change guns from the L86 to the M27 that I start actually putting in work. But I keep getting fucking revived after I go down, so I can't change my fucking class. So, anyway, let's get into the fucking questions here, because there's a lot of them. The first question is from Marco Polo, and it says, what equipment, mic, cap card, software do you use? I actually think I went over all of this in my setup video. If you haven't seen it, it's my setup video / man cave tour. I'll leave the link in the description. But for microphone, I use my Turtle Beach X12 headsets to record my audio. I use an Elgato HD as my capture card, and for software, I use Audacity, which is a free program to record voice, and I use Sony Vegas to do all of my editing. Next question is from GCP da Silva, and actually this was a question that I have forgotten on my previous Getting to Know video. Same with the previous question from Marco Polo, but he's a persistent motherfucker and actually asked it twice, so I'm going to give you both of the questions. How in the balls do you not lose your breath in your videos, or do you breathe at all? Do you ever run out of breath or breathe while doing comms? I usually actually end my train of thought and I lose steam and like slow down of what I'm trying to say before I actually run out of breath. So due to the power of editing, you guys most of the time have no idea what the fuck's going on behind the scenes. However, I have streamed myself doing commentaries before. I'll leave the Twitch broadcast also in the description. I'll do it more often if that's what you guys want to see, kind of going behind the scenes a little bit, and it'll be good for me because it'll get me streaming and it'll also help me do my work. Piggybacking on those sorts of questions, I have two more questions here about time management, I guess. Serial Assassin, how do you find time to do YouTube and maintain a social life? It's actually pretty tough. I do my YouTube videos like late at night or in the AM before I go to work, and I get yelled at by my wife sometimes because she thinks that video games are greater than her, which is not true. Video games and doing editing and YouTube is just a really fun hobby that I use to take up my time with. I'm also in a band, which is a different hobby that I take up my time with. Before I was really into YouTube videos, I was really into like the band stuff and doing things like that. So I've always had hobbies that I've done. It's just that YouTube has been a takeover hobby, I guess. Notorious DLB kind of asked the same question as Serial Assassin, but his second question I'll take on here. It seems like you're always doing something. How much time does it all take for you? I listen to videos at work while I'm doing my coding. I used to listen to like podcasts and shit like that, but now I listen to YouTube videos instead of like music while I'm coding. And to actually do a video, it'll probably take me 2 hours per video, give or take, depending upon, you know, the type of video. If it's a live commentary, it's easy. All the work's already done for me. If it's a video like this, it'll take me a couple of hours to do both gathering all of the questions, plus doing the commentary, plus putting all the questions up on the screen, so it takes a while. Killerman V3, he's actually got two questions, but the first one is, what motivated you to do YouTube instead of being an ordinary Joe with a job? I actually have a full-time job. I work at IBM as a software engineer, and YouTube is my hobby. I don't get paid for doing it. I'm not partnered with anybody. I don't feel like being partnered with anybody, and my motivation was actually answered in a previous Q&A probably, but real fast. It was basically the buddies that I played with thought that I was funny when I played this game, and I figured other people would think I'm funny when I play this game. I mean, you guys think I'm funny, right? Another question that he has is, what was the weirdest thing you've ever seen / gotten into? The weirdest thing I've ever seen was one time when I was at one of my friends' houses at a party. This girl always used to throw rippers on like Friday night, and then I would always throw parties on Saturday night in high school. So it was kind of a nice 1-2 punch, but her parties were a little more crazy than mine because it involved both drugs and alcohol instead of just alcohol like mine usually were. Get fucking turned on, bitch. Light switch. Did you guys see that? That was fucking awesome. Anyway, the weirdest thing I've ever seen is one guy actually blowing another guy because he wanted to have some cocaine. That's right. I've seen a guy suck dick for cocaine. And yes, it was fucking weird because I wanted to go to the bathroom, and instead, that's what the fuck I walked in on. And there you see, I get fucking revived, even though I'm trying to change my class. I should have just pressed B to cancel the fucking revive. Jeremy Schick, which actually sounds like a Razor guy. Or do you own the Razor company? Anyway, what about Metallica's Beyond Magnetic bullshit they gave to us? You gotta be kidding. And you're my YouTuber bro and drummer for life. I actually don't drum. I play guitar. I do drumming just, you know, for shits and giggles, but I'm not ever good at it. Additionally, the question Beyond Magnetic, Hate Train, I thought was actually an album-worthy song. But the rest were kind of meh. I mean, it's always interesting to see, like, what songs get left off of albums, right? So, as a music artist myself, my band recorded a full album, 10 songs, called Fight the Panda. And we actually had to prepare 15 songs for the studio. So, we have 5 full completed songs that we have never recorded before. And, I mean, people have heard them at shows, but we've never actually recorded them. So, it's always interesting to hear songs that were not recorded for one reason or another, and me and the guys and girl have to go back into the studio and get that shit done. There's a McDouble. Put that shit on the grill. Plus it on the side right there. So you see now, I changed to the M27 and I'm fucking tearing it up. Alright, the next question is from the Castaway Leader, and it is, what made you an atheist? And also, is your wife or anybody else atheist in your family? Well, watch this right here, actually. Look at this fucking Dark Corner McDougal. What an idiot! I saw his fucking flashlight shining on the stairs, giving away his camping position. Stupid motherfucker. Anyway, back to the question, what made me an atheist? In like 100 words or less, I read the Bible. That's pretty much how I became an atheist. I had to take a Judeo-Christian scripture class as part of requirements for my college curriculum, and of course I had to read the book for it. So, and I just saw some of the nonsensical bullshit that's in it. The Bible, or as I like to call it, the Book of Fairy Tales, is the easiest way to convert somebody from being a believer to a non-believer. I'm also a very logical person in thinking, so if you tell me to just take something on faith without having any evidence or proof behind it, I'm not going to believe your ass. For me, religion was basically just a way of answering questions back in the Middle Ages that were unanswerable. You know, like, how did the Earth come about? The science wasn't evolved enough yet to formulate theories about evolution and the way that the Earth came about, and, you know, carbon dating and telling how old the Earth is. It wasn't built in fucking 7 days and any of that bullshit. I can get into a whole religious rant, go on a whole fucking tangent for an entire video. So if you guys want to hear about that, I could definitely do it and probably piss some people off doing it. I always like to debate things like politics and religion and topics like that, because for me, just ranting makes me one of those idiots that just basically is spoon-feeding you evidence and shit like that. But the next part of the question is, my wife or anybody else atheist in my family? Actually, my grandmother and my mother are very religious. My wife actually was the one who helped kind of push me over the edge in terms of the whole religious thing. She's read like the books, you know, the Dawkins, the Hitchens, stuff like that, and has told me, you know, basically the points that needed to be made. And like I said, I've always been like on the edge because I am a very logical person, and she kind of just nudged me towards, you know, being like, hey, I don't believe your bullshit. Next question is from the Sam Barrow, and it is favorite Petrucci solo and favorite NHL goal. As for the solo, it's got to be the song by Dream Theater, As I Am. Just the build-up in that solo is amazing. The way it goes from, you know, the kind of like more mellow backing track to the very heavy backing track, and it kind of speeds it up. And of course, he plays at a notes per minute level that is fucking unheard of. Favorite NHL goal, being a Ranger fan, it has got to be the Game 7 double overtime wraparound goal by Stefan Matteau against the fucking Devils. You guys all know the call if you're a Rangers fan. That's got to be my favorite NHL goal of all time. Next question, Henry Doe. How many feet of cock do you think a porn star sucks in her lifetime? This is actually a really fucking good question, but I'm going to give it a really stupid answer. 60 feet, 6 inches. Anybody that gets that reference will get a fucking cookie. Robert Scales. What does Mick put that shit on the grill mean, and where'd you hear it from? It's actually McDouble, which is a McDonald's double cheeseburger, as in McDouble. And put that shit on the grill just means, you know, there's a burger, throw it on the grill. And I made it up for a double kill just because, you know, two-piece I've heard of before, and I've tried to make references that I don't think anybody's ever heard before. And where did I hear it from? I made it up. Like I said, I tried to do shit that I don't think anybody has ever heard before. Next question, Randy Orton 02. Have I ever wanted to quit YouTube? This is actually a really good question, and the answer is no. I've never honestly wanted to quit. Videos are still fun for me to make. Once they stop becoming fun, then I'll stop/slow down. You know, I'm doing this at my own pace. Right now, I like putting out daily videos, and you guys enjoy them, so I'm definitely going to keep doing it. Even when I had my videos in my shitty fucking capture card where render times were like 4 and 5 hours long because of my crappy computer, I still enjoyed making videos despite my setbacks. But now that I've got this computer and a bunch more fans, it's a lot easier to keep going. Gorilla Guppy asks, what happens when you combine a turtle and a squirrel? I believe you get a Squirtle, just like my buddy and moderator in PwnStars.com stream. Now watch this play. I toss the grenade from one balcony over to the other and end up killing the guy trying to cap A. That was a fucking epic toss right there. Next question is from fucking Kyle. Can the club handle you right now? Of course not. I make clubs my bitch. Actually, believe it or not, when I go out, I'm not a fucking amateur like you see these fucking idiot broads doing, just throwing up in garbage pails. I'm not a fucking amateur. I've never thrown up at a bar or club before because I know my limit and I know, you know, how to handle my shit. Now watch this. Get fucking knifed, bitch, OJ. God, I fucking love doing that. And I thought I would have been able to kill the next guy, but unfortunately I wasn't. I think I do end up killing the next guy here, but whatever. Let's get back to the fucking questions. The next one is from Frankenbro, aka Manila Vice Baby. Have you ever shit so much in a day that your ass started to bleed? Well, thank you for exposing my anal fissure in public, but actually I've never fucking had my ass bleed. However, I have shit a lot in a day, and one time in middle school, one of my classmates, I guess, he was offering out pieces of chocolate to people, and I'm a fucking tank ass, so I'm like, yeah, hook a brother up with some fucking chocolate, bitch, not knowing that he was actually handing out pieces of X-Lax, which for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a laxative to make you shit when you're constipated, but it's in the form of chocolate. So I ate it thinking nothing of it, and then everybody's fucking laughing at me, and then the dude tells me, yo, bro, I just gave you some X-Lax. What a fucking douche canoe. So, of course, I end up fucking explosive diarrhea-ing. Wow, I just made up a fucking verb right there. I ended up explosive diarrhea-ing for the rest of the fucking day. It sucked. And believe it or not, somebody ended up going and ratting on the guy that handed me the piece of fucking X-Lax chocolate, and he got, a couple days detention from it. And, of course, I went to the principal's office, and I was like, dude, it's a fucking joke. I don't give a shit. I'm sure he doesn't give a shit. Don't give him detention. But, of course, the principal, I guess, had an axe to grind with that dude. Next question, Drogba 408. Schwantz, fuck you. No, fuck you, asshole. Miami Heat or Spurs for the NBA Finals? I don't watch the fucking NBA anymore, and let me tell you why. I like hockey because all of the clubs are competitive with each other. Whereas in basketball, you have teams like the fucking Heat who win like 25, 30 games in a row. And then you have teams like the Bobcats who don't even win 20 games in a fucking season. The disparity in the NBA is so great, and it's because of the Miami fucking Heat. When you have all the superstars and all the talent on one team or a set of teams, it upsets the competitive balance of the league. So you know what? Fuck you, Heat fans. Gotta go with the Spurs on this one. Absolute Pob, excluding this one, what was your favorite memorable comment you've ever received on a video? Pob, I hate to break it to you, but this comment wasn't even the best on that particular video. This goes to my buddy J23 Mon. Check out his comment here. And last question real fast, because I just noticed that the gameplay has ended. Young Rider 93, have I traveled outside the U.S.? If so, where did I go? Well, I went to South Africa for my honeymoon. There is a video on it. I'll leave the link in the description and annotation on the screen. I've also been to London and Portugal for family weddings. It was also a lot of fun. And then I also have been to Montreal up in Canada for a bachelor party. It's a lot of booze, and the strip clubs there, they're pretty fucking good. The lap dances are really fucking cheap, and the girls are hot as shit. So I definitely recommend Montreal if you want to go out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Getting to Know the Schwantz27. I have a couple of questions I did not get to, and if you have any other questions, leave them down in the comments section of this video. I'm going to be bringing you guys a Battlefield 3 shoutcast next week. I have been the Schwantz27, off like bug spray. Until next time.